Hey everybody, Dr. Sanderson here. Welcome to Unit 10, where we're going to be talking about organizations as media entities or media producers. So if we think of the term social media, the second part of that term is media. And through the publishing capabilities that social media, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, through those capabilities that they offer, each of us actually, it's not just limited to organizations, can actually become our own media outlet. Now, that's a little bit more relevant, I'd say, for organizations given the large audiences that they have on those platforms, but we could clearly make cases for celebrities who have large followings on social media as being media producers or media entities. But our focus here is on organizations. So if you think about a company like Nike or you think about an organization like Starbucks, they have really big audiences on social media platforms. And as Vaynerchuk discusses in the text, could we see could we see Nike compete with ESPN? Could Nike go and try and get a broadcast deal? Or could Nike create their own content that would rival something ESPN would put out? I don't know. I mean, we'll have to kind of wait and see. It's very pricey to, get rights for certain events. If we think of sport, though, also, just be advised that the social media companies are getting very involved there. So Facebook and Twitter have both been streaming events, sporting events. So could we see the teams kind of circumvent ESPN and go to, say, Facebook or Twitter? That I think will be something really interesting to watch as well. Also, when organizations do this, they have the ability to tell their own stories, and that's great. They can expand their reach, they can connect with audiences, but and as Vaynerchuk says in the text, as they do that, they need to be honest, they need to be transparent, and they need to be fair. Now, they can clearly do that without kind of telling some of the bad stories or things that are going on within the organization. So, if that's the case, well, how are those kind of ethical issues or things going to be, get in the public spotlight if, in fact, consumers are going to the social media pages of an organization for news as opposed to, say ABC? So that's not to say that bad news still won't come out. It's just to say that, the way in which we consume media and the way in which we consume news is likely going to change because organizations are now actively competing against media enterprises. So, in the discussion forum, I want you to kind of take up that topic. What are the benefits of an organization becoming their own media producer, and what are some of the drawbacks? So, clearly you can make arguments for the benefits in terms of it's a great way to tell stories, it's a great way to connect with audiences. You can even talk about the financial savings. So, if we think about what a company invests in, say, a 30-second TV spot. And given what we're seeing with shifts in television right now, a lot of people are cutting the cord or getting rid of cable, and they're streaming content that they want that's customized through Netflix or Hulu or even just the apps of say like the Food Network or the Discovery Channel or ESPN, because they don't want to pay for 150 other channels that they don't watch. So could an organization then take that money that they would normally spend on that kind of ad and put that into social media and have a better return or a bigger effect there? Some of the articles that you'll read in this unit also talk about, Facebook is now getting actively into the TV market. So again, how is our notion of watching television and consuming media, how is that going to change through social media? And I think what we're going to see is that social media is going to become kind of, and mobile as well, is going to be kind of become the default way that we watch programming. And the days of, oh, I have to have this package with DirecTV, those days are going to kind of be over. So anyway, a lot of implications there, some interesting things to watch. So I'm curious to see what you think about that in the discussion forum. Your initial post will be due by Thursday, and your two response posts will be due by Sunday. And again, I look forward to seeing what you think about this topic in the forums.